Hello everyone and welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Purple Show, your home of European football here on the Blue Podcast Network. I'm joined by my usual team, co-hosts, stars. I've got Tom on my left, I've got Jamie in the middle, and I've got Lloyd on the end. No Dan this week again, but hopefully he'll be back soon. Who knows? Who knows?
I saw him the other day and forgot to ask.
When did you see him?
I was in Central London picking up the ring, and basically just heard someone scream my name. I turned around like, who the f*** is that? And it turned out to be Dan just standing there being like, hi. I was like, oh, hi man. It was quite awkward.
Literally.
I was in the middle of Central. I was so focused on going somewhere. I didn't know. I was like, who's calling my name in the middle of the street?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Just him just standing there waving at me.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. We're the last two of the original cast. The original cast was Carlos and Dan
you joined at
and
the
Isaac.
same time.
We did a whole
And
season
Isaac.
and he's got an original cast.
Yeah, but the season one there was a different vibe, and obviously Dan's.
You need to shut the f*** up.
I need to shut the.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro,
it's actually
stop
so rude.
comparing,
We've not
man.
even introduced the podcast.
Exactly.
yet.
So
Right?
rude
It's
as
just
well.
the podcast.
Comparing, man. I know we weren't here, but Jesus.
We're gonna go through the news of all of our favourite European leagues, our top 4 leagues this week. Obviously, Italy not being covered because we have no one to cover it.
Yep.
So, who's got the most interesting story from their league this week? Who wants to start?
You.
Got break. I've got literally breaking news from this morning.
Go on.
Breaking
Is
news.
so I don't know if you guys have seen, but Vitesse had their license stripped and were banned from competing in the second division. All this morning, that was overturned, and they have been given their professional license back, and they are now allowed to compete in the second division. Which I don't really know how it's going to work because they haven't played any games for the past 2 weeks.
And pre-season.
No, they've started the division. So they didn't play the first 2 games of the season because they didn't know what was going to happen. And now they've been given their license back. It's a bit up in the air. No one knows what's going to happen. But to see a club like Vitesse be stripped of a license, and you know, we had it in England where a lot of clubs have had that and kind of folded. It's nice to see a club actually come back from that and actually be reinstated with the license that, you know, Vitesse is a massive club. You've had massive players playing for them. It's good to see them back. I know it's in the second division. Hopefully they get promoted and can work everything out. But, you know, everyone's been paid the wages they were missing, everything they were missing. And it's just a nice, light-hearted thing to start off on. Because, as I said, we all like to see a big club back into a league. So,
Will those 2 games they missed be replayed, or will they just go down as losses?
I think because they didn't play them, they can be rescheduled, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
So it's very up in the air at the moment.
I'm sure you'll bring us more updates, is it?
Yeah, it's literally broken this morning. So as for all we know at the moment is that they are reinstated with a professional license.
Nice.
And
What
I
else
think
is
they can-
happening in the Netherlands?
Well, game-wise, we had all 3 of the promoted teams actually picking up points and doing pretty well. PSV lost 2-0 at home to Telstar, who's their first ever time in the top division, and they've gone to PSV and absolutely dominated with probably goal of the season being scored already.
They've got one of my favourite badges in football. Whenever I was on FIFA, obviously they used to do like a little bronze card because they were in the second division, but their logo always used to be one that I'd pick up and go, I'll use that for a bit.
Yeah, Telstar's, it's a big club in Holland. It's just not really well run. It's one of those ones where they're good at like recruiting players in terms of like youth, but then kind of just sell them on and don't really make a profit, but the players go on to be good. So there's not really much sell on from that.
One of was it 1890? One of the big Ajax teams, wasn't one of their players, De Ligt or De Jong, was from Telstar, weren't they?
De Jong was signed for €0. It was €1 technically.
Oh, yeah.
His release clause was €1.
€1?
Who then went on to sell for 99 million euros. So
Actually, they put a sell-on clause on that.
this is what I mean. It's not well run because the player was clearly good. Has been sold on for €1 and they haven't made any profit. Guy's been sold on, if even like 1%.
Yeah, even I would say 5%.
Yeah, like 1 to 5% is still enough to kick them up. But you know, to get a win at PSV is massive.
Yeah.
And Ajax also being held to a 1-1 draw. I think away from home by Volendam, who are kind of a bit of a yo-yo team, up and down the whole time. Just Ajax dominated the game. Volendam scored an incredible volley from about 30 yards out, which kind of took everyone by surprise. But it was kind of inevitable that Ajax were going to score. Unfortunately, didn't get the winner. But yeah, it's been an interesting start.
Did I say this morning that they found their replacement for Brian Brobby.
Yeah, Brian Brobby has gone to Sunderland, of course, alongside Bertrand Traore. And Kasper Dolberg has been brought back from Anderlecht.
I was going to say, where was he before?
He was
I can't remember.
So he was at Ajax, got sold to Anderlecht for, I think, 21 million, and was signed back for 8.5.
Wasn't there a Nice spell in there
Yeah.
as well?
I think he went on loan to Nice for 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Do you think he's ever going to be the level he could have been? Or
Yeah, I think coming back is incredible. I think it's a great signing for Ajax. He's definitely been a player that has always been good enough to push on to kind of looking at like Premier League kind of, I've always seen him going to like Crystal Palace, or maybe not a team challenging, but like, another one of these kind of like Everton or...
arguably Crystal Palace are challenging at the moment.
Yeah, but I mean, historically,
Historically,
a kind of mid-table Premier League team, or even going to Championship for a year before coming up. Like he's been a good player. He was brilliant at Ajax. I think coming back, he's got Champions League football. It's good for the team.
Yeah.
Oscar Clark coming in as well is going to be, I think, the Bertrand Traore replacement, because we let them both go to Sunderland, and we're looking decent. We're playing well. I think we just need to kind of get a squad that gels. Since Den Haag, we haven't really had a proper manager. We've kind of been
Define proper manager.
in terms of we haven't really had someone who's actually stayed at the club longer than 6 months to a year.
No doubt.
And I think that's kind of been up in the air, because Den Haag got us to a Champions League semi-final, then went on to be awful. But that's United for you.
what it is.
Yeah.
But the issue is, I think we just need to focus on now just football, and off the pitch we've had quite a lot going on. Feyenoord and PSV have clearly been more focused on the pitch. I think that's something we were lacking, but hopefully now we've got Champions League football. We should be challenging to win the league.
Nice. Well, speaking of Erik ten Hag,
Yes.
I think I'll go next.
Great segue.
I'll start. We will come on to Ten Hag. We'll come on to Ten Hag in just a minute. First of all, let's talk about the big two in Germany. First of all, Bayern Munich just about scraped away with the 3-2 win against Augsburg, going through the lap and then screwing the pooch almost with 2 goals conceded in the second half. They just don't. They don't fill me with confidence.
Sorry, didn't they batter? Was it Leipzig in the first game 6-0?
Yeah, but
They don't fill you with
Leipzig
confidence.
look awful at the moment. Something needs to happen there. Something big.
Still pretty confident 6-0 win, no?
No, but my thought is with Bayern, I used to think if someone's coming to Bayern Munich, they're going to get dicked every time. Like, that's it. Done. Bayern are going to win. Easy. I'm not so sure anymore. They still get wins. They still win titles, but I'm just not as... It's not a certainty anymore.
Is that a Company effect? Because it's kind of come in since Company came into the league.
I'd say so,
And
personally.
I think if they had a couple of runs, I know we spoke about it on Gold, but I think if they had a couple of runs of without winning games or don't do well in Europe, I could see him going pretty soon. I think he's going to be under a lot of scrutiny. And I think you mentioned it earlier, was Glasner from Palace. Could see him easily going into that job.
Yeah, but I think with Glasner, though, he doesn't... He kind of wants to make Palace this European powerhouse.
He's got a year left and he hasn't signed a new contract. That's the thing.
I know, but I think Gahey not going was hugely down to him as well.
Yeah.
Pushing
But
the
at the end of the season,
all down to him.
he's leaving at the end of the season anyway as well. He's on a free contract. He's not. He's just.
Yeah.
He's just
They
rejected
both could
contract.
go.
They
both
I think they both walk.
He will leave.
And he takes him to Bayern with him.
Exactly. I could see Gay going to Bayern, being a bit
Liverpool.
like Dyer, kind
Yeah.
of going into that Bayern team.
What does everyone think about Jackson for 70 million?
Good bit of business for Chelsea.
Absolutely.
But they are
Fleeced
getting a good
them.
player, though.
Yeah,
They are
exactly.
getting a good player.
I think Bundesliga works for him. When you look at the way he plays,
Yeah.
I think as a backup striker, if Kane misses a game or if Kane's tired, I think a cup striker, a rotation striker, he'll do well and he can play out wide.
Also, he has a season, at least a season if Kane stays. I don't know if Kane's going to stay after this
Well, he's
season.
got a release clause after the season.
Yeah. So he's got a season being, Kane's understudy. And he will learn so much
Oh
from him.
yeah,
I've got a
finishing
funny
he
thing
can learn
about him,
completely.
Yeah, it's actually like Kane is the perfect
That's what you want.
person ahead of you to teach you how to score goals.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the
Because Jackson gets into position.
That's the main
finishing is
thing
the
that
problem.
Jackson's problem is.
Yeah.
And the studs. But
The red cards are a bit.
couple of red cards.
couple of red
yeah.
cards.
I'll put it this way: if Eric Choupo-Moting can perform in the Bundesliga, then so can Jackson. So that's
But
that's
you've
the way
never
I'll put
rated
it.
Jackson.
I haven't. No, ever.
That's the thing.
And
Jackson,
you think Hoyland's better?
I will never.
One's been sold for 70 million. How much did Hoyland get sold for again?
It's about 40.
He's on loan with a 40 million.
Yeah.
How many
it's
goals
still
did he
quite
score
low.
last season in the Prem?
One.
I will never back down.
It's all in one hand.
I will never back down. I will never back down.
How much loss did United make on it?
Yeah, how much did Chelsea... they doubled Jackson's value
Oh yeah.
rather than halving Hoyland's value.
Plus the loan as well.
Yeah, 50 million on the loan.
Wow.
Well, there's 50 million plus 54 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like Jackson might be the
Might
better
be a
striker.
better striker, yeah.
Yeah.
I refuse to admit it. Anyway, we'll move on to the other big team in Germany, obviously Borussia Dortmund. My team, BVB, up black and yellow.
Black and yellow.
Black and yellow,
No.
black and yellow.
Black and yellow.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
No.
Love it. Picked up a couple of your boys.
They have Carney and Al Samino.
Alcimino's just a straight loan, right? There's no
Straight
buy
loan,
option.
Yeah, no,
it's just
he's being loaned, and I think the reason why one of the reasons we didn't get a centre back this summer is because him coming back next season will be like a new signing, like with Santos when he went to Strasbourg.
Didn't he pick up a midfielder from you as well?
Carney Chukwuemeka.
That's it.
Yeah. He looked good in his first game.
Yeah, he did.
He looked really
and
good.
We needed centre back cover because we were playing Ben Sabaini at left centre back and a few other players that I just don't rate very
I can't
highly.
believe you say we. I still don't get it.
It is strange, but
You'll get used to it.
It's part of the gauntlet, isn't it? You know?
I
Yeah,
like the
true.
three at the back system. I think Svensson was a good pickup at left wing back. Guirassy is scoring.
Yeah.
He reminds me a lot of Fulkrug in that I think a lot older than I'd like profile wise, but just scores goals.
Oh, he bags though. You see
does
how
bag.
goals he got in the Champions League last season.
Yeah.
He's a good striker. Put some
He
respect
is.
on that man's name.
I think it's just because I like my strikers to
Hold
be
on.
of a slightly
hold on.
Keep on going.
more
Finish off.
have more potential.
Right.
Grow
Okay.
a little bit.
I want to ask your opinion on one player actually. Jan Couto, right midfield,
Yes, I
right
know who it
back.
is. Yep.
What do you think of him? Because I've seen a
He's
lot
not
of.
playing, is he?
He has no idea.
He literally started the last game and got 2 assists.
Yep.
It wasn't last season. Sure. I haven't watched any games this season. I've been busy running a football club. I'm not running a football club, but I am helping.
You know what? Just
Taking another job
title there. What's going on?
Three today.
You know you go.
Void my question. It's
Your ego. We're
fine.
teasing your ego.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Void my question. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry
no,
about it.
He has no idea.
I thought he should be playing last season, and they were playing. Who were they playing at right back instead of
They
him?
were playing him.
Was it
No, they weren't playing him. Then
Rison?
Hmm?
Rison, was it? Ryerson?
Ryerson, it was Ryerson, yeah, and I do prefer Akuto a lot more attacking. Will look to hit the byline rather than try and play midfield all fancy with this half wing back inverted bollocks. So yeah, definitely prefer Akuto. Should be playing. Got 2 assists. Fantastic performance. Yeah, it's again Dortmund. Just the team. It's getting there. It's getting better, but it's just still not at the level I expected to be. Kovac has proved me wrong.
Yeah.
He's got to keep proving me wrong. Otherwise, I will revert back to thinking that he wasn't the right man. But right now, you can't not look at that result 3-0, Union Berlin. It has been quite a good team over the last couple of years. Has come up and performed well. Are you on your phone, really?
It's work.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's actually podcast thumbnails for the Green Show. Check it out.
Yeah, make sure you check out the Green Show. It's almost like we planned that. Yeah.
Sorry,
so-
I'm being rude, but
You are being rude. Emecho as well in midfield, adding goal value. A much better player, in my opinion, who was playing before. It's coming together, but we'll see.
Title challengers? Do you think?
No, I still think,
Fair
even though Bayern are dropping off and Dortmund are proving me wrong.
Did you say Bayern are dropping off? Would you say so?
What did I say earlier? I think they're dropping off. Yeah,
You think they're dropping off?
especially given I think Kane's going to leave next year.
Wow. I mean, with that front four, what was it? Diaz, Nabry in the 10, Elise,
Elise
Kane,
had Right.
Jackson back up.
as of right
Yeah.
now, and then Musiala when he gets back. So
How long has he got left?
He's got
think it's a couple
till
months.
No, he's got till end of November. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Because it was a break. That's always generally a better thing for a footballer, isn't it?
yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Because it was during the.
Someone told me it was like a year out, and I was like, oh my god.
yeah,
It could have been.
You'd think it
could
would have been, but I think because there was no ligament damage, no tendon damage, it's just a clean snap.
Yeah.
Also, technology it does make it a shorter period of time. If it was 2 years ago, he probably would have been looking at a year out.
10 years ago.
But well, exactly. But you look at to be fair, if you look at a lot
I'll
of
play on.
you look at a lot of ACLs.
Strap it up.
Rodri was out, but came back pretty much towards the end of the season. Timber had been out for Arsenal for pretty much a season, but came back. Now players coming back between 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If not less. I think he'll be back by the beginning of the new year. He'll be playing football again.
that'd be
That's
that'd be
good.
great.
Yeah.
Nothing
It'd be good for them.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It would be good for them. Nothing. That
He's
Pep-
brilliant quality.
Nothing that a wet paper towel can't do.
Magic sponge, mate.
Yeah,
Magic
sponge. Yeah.
Yeah, so as we spoke about the Jackson thing already, the other big transfer to note on deadline day was the departure of Hinnekamp from Bayer Leverkusen,
Yes.
Hincapia.
who are
Hincapie.
falling apart.
Yeah.
And
the
Eric
seams.
Ten Hag.
I was about to get to it if you'd let me start. Oh.
It's a conversation, bro. We're supposed to be able to come back
Yeah,
and
but
forth.
I was looking forward to making
Sorry,
that
I made the
point.
segue about
Yeah,
20 minutes
minutes
ago.
ago.
And
Didn't
you
even
went,
use
I'm
it.
coming back later.
I was about to, because I had to cover the games first.
Yeah, but
realistically.
it did seem a little bit like you weren't going to say it.
I was going to say, yeah. He starts off with Bayern Leverkusen talking about Hincapia, who is probably arguably not the biggest thing this week.
Yes.
Well, it's a small part of a big hole, in that all these big players have left, and you expect a manager to come in and perform the same level with not the same players. You have no idea how it's going to go. It could go well, but you don't know until you've played games with the team.
Yeah.
And you got to know it. And also you're changing the system to suit Ten
Yeah.
Hag, to a 4. It's just a nightmare. And obviously they decided to let Ten Hag go after, how many matches was it? Two?
Yeah.
And which one was a draw, one was a loss, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, they lost to Hoffenheim and then a draw to... Who was it?
I'm not sure.
Oh, I can't
But-
remember off the top of my head. But yeah.
And just looking at it, surely they've not sacked him based off of the performances.
No.
Must be something behind the scenes.
That's what, yeah.
Maybe because also he wanted to bring in Anthony and Onana, and they were like, absolutely not.
Not.
Yeah, just got it here, by the way. It was a 2-1 loss to Hoffenheim and a 3-3 draw with Werder Bremen
That was it.
after they were 3-0 up in that game.
Who, by the way, can I just touch on this? They've signed Victor Boniface on loan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the hell has that happened?
Because of his injury, so no one else wanted to touch him.
Yeah.
His knee, have you seen his knee?
No.
The stitches through his knee, it's
not good.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It does. His knee does not look healthy.
No. What
He was supposed to go to
AC Milan.
AC Milan,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
and
and
then
that felt
the
madness.
medical, they said no.
How
it's
has he
not
gone
working.
from upwards to AC Milan to downwards to... It just baffles me.
what I would say, sorry, just putting out that Werder Bremen game, Leverkusen were 3-0 up, Werder Bremen got a red card and then came back to 3-3.
Sounds like almost the Newcastle Liverpool game.
Oh, yeah.
But you won that one. This.
Yes.
So-
that was all right. It's fine. 3 points. Come on.
But sorry, did you see in pre-season as well? They were slapped up by the Flamengo
under 20s.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen it.
they were
It's-
beaten like
and
5-0.
Beaten 2-0 by a second Chelsea team as well.
Yeah, I can see why he was let go. To be honest with you,
Yeah, I think there must be something behind the scenes that they were not happy with. But it does look a little bit odd to the outsider that...
Yeah.
I think it's also mental
gone.
how many of their players have gone.
Yeah.
their whole
Like,
squad's
What was he
They're-
supposed to do? This was
I
always
know,
going to be a
but-
down year.
But still, it's...
Is it Grimaldo and one of the centre mids are the only two
Tapsoba.
left?
Oh,
Yeah.
Garcia.
Tapsoba, Grimaldo,
Garcia.
Garcia. That's it. Only 3 players are left from that squad.
Because they've left Boniface go as well. So yeah, they have, yeah.
They've
Yeah.
literally-
Everyone else is
Jonas
still there.
Hoffman's still there and a couple of other boys from
Yeah,
around.
shit.
Nathan Teller's
No, in
stepped
terms of who
up.
actually plays, they're not going to play.
I mean,
really.
Schick started a lot last season for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schick's still there.
But their whole squad has been wiped.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have to
It is
rebuild.
mental. And I did say this in a previous Purple show. I don't think Ten Hag was ever going to be the man to build them back up, and I was proven right.
Yeah,
very quickly.
Sorry,
Yeah.
the-
I think he got the chance,
ridiculously
though, to be
quickly.
fair.
what I would say is the issue I've got now is whoever's coming into this team doesn't even have a transfer window to do anything.
No.
Can I say I know who the man coming in is? I have an inside source.
Who's your inside source?
Just someone at Bayern. Someone at Bayer Leverkusen. So I know.
You know someone at Bayer
I know
Leverkusen?
someone at Bayer.
Ten Hag, man's got his number.
I know who it is, and I would just like to say to you all, good day, mate.
Oh, it's going to be out.
It's Ange Postecoglou.
Oh yes, yeah, it's heavily linked.
Makes sense.
Heavily linked.
Well,
If anyone could do it, it's probably
Fabrizio
him.
announced it recently, I think.
Very
Yeah.
good mentality. But
Is that
bring
who
the
you're
squad
talking
together.
about, Fabrizio?
Yeah, I think it was.
Oh, there's your inside source,
can't
mate. Can't
Can't even
Not
remember.
very inside when it's worldwide news, for crying out loud.
I think if anyone can turn it around, it probably would be him. But
He's got good squad mentality.
he's just got to hold out till January and hope for the best.
Can we talk a little bit about how Fabrizio is sort of on fraud watch?
Absolutely.
Because
got a
he's
few-
had quite a
Which one?
few here we goes that have not actually happened.
Yeah, here
Yeah.
we goes have turned into
Well,
here
even-
we knows.
Yeah.
Well, even the gay deal, he said
been
he
great.
literally said gay was completed,
Yeah.
and then when literally the next
But
deleted
then
it, and the
again,
next post was
then again,
fell through.
That's not down to him because that's what actually happened in real life.
Exactly. It
But
was
told
signed and then
that
it
the
was
deal
unsigned.
is going to happen.
That's what I mean in terms of
Do we know why it was unsigned?
Because Igor used to go to...
Igor didn't go
Oh, yes.
to Crystal Palace. He went to West Ham instead.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
means they couldn't find a replacement, and then they said no.
Yeah.
And Glasner apparently was fuming anyway.
yeah.
Like,
So
about the
Glasner
whole situation.
probably went to
He didn't
Igor's
want- he
house
didn't
and
want
went,
Igor
get
and-
the hell out.
Well, no, he just didn't want to
didn't
sell
want Gay to
Gay
leave.
regardless.
Yeah.
They already
Yeah.
got rid of Eze. What I would say is it's an interesting one because there have been a couple. I know that Akanji's left now for City.
Well,
But
was
He's
I
gone to Inter Milan.
was going to say, but at one point, I think
Great signing.
Yeah, towards the beginning of towards the beginning of the window, he said Akanji's leaving, and Akanji came out and went, "No, I'm not."
Yeah.
He went, "I have no idea what he's talking about."
But that one smells of he was leaving and
I think he might not have
Nah.
been leaving at the time.
That's what I mean.
but he was going to go anyway.
It's the
No,
Lucas,
no,
it's
'cause
the
I'm
Lucas
not sure.
Paquetá one for me.
yeah,
Because like you see his
I loved his celebration.
yeah, yeah. yeah.
I was like, when I was watching the game,
Yeah.
I was at the pub on Sunday for it after
course you
scoring 2 goals in my Sunday league game.
Oh, well done, mate. Congratulations.
Nutmeg the keeper and half post
right.
kicked it.
Crack
Anyway,
Just needed
Slide
to
that-
slip
slide
that in. Yeah,
slide that
yeah.
in there. Yeah, this like we were all talking about it. Also, Forest. I mean, it's not Gold Show, but fucking hell, Forest.
oh yeah.
And
Kian.
when he scored, everyone was like, "What's he going to do?" The whole pub
Yeah.
just kind of everyone just eyes on the TV. What's he going to do? And then he goes, "Fuck off."
His celebration is
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So annoying because he got 10 points on fantasy and he was on my fucking bench.
The 1 week me and you didn't have Bowen in our fantasy.
yeah.
what I would say is it's interesting because the thing with it is right is with the Luke De Jong one that left.
Oh, that was
Yeah,
great.
he left PSV and just walked out into a Porto game. Not even the fans knew
Amazing.
what was going on. Apparently,
Yeah.
half the players didn't even know. They were like, "What the hell's he doing?"
But Bournemouth did it as well. Bournemouth
That, yeah.
signed some Serbian centre back from Red Star.
Yeah.
And it was literally like surprise transfer. Like this doesn't happen. No one knew.
They hide it from Fabrizio. I
That's
think.
just literally what you got to do now.
Yeah.
And I do think it's.
I think clubs do that.
Yeah.
I think clubs try and do that, especially
Yeah.
like signings that aren't massive but probably have a big impact on the squad.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like even the Henderson one. The Henderson one wasn't actually let go because he didn't actually know about the Henderson one until we released that he left. It wasn't to do with him joining the
Henderson
club.
again?
He went to I want to say Brentford.
Brentford.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't because Brentford announced him. It's because we announced we released him.
Yeah.
That's the only that's the only reason he knew about it. They didn't actually want anyone to know that they'd signed him until it just comes out naturally.
But
Exactly.
yeah, is Fabrizio on fraud watch or?
He's not on fraud watch, but he's obviously made a couple of mistakes. It's hard to. You should do the best you can to get it out as early as you can. There is no real.
I wouldn't say it's fraud watch, but I'd say it's starting to ruin football. It's fun at the beginning when you have like these massive transfer breaking,
And the here
but-
we go.
Yeah, but
I do
sometimes
think-
you do want that kind of just like Ozil just signing for Arsenal. No one knows about it.
Yeah.
like.
But there are
But it
people
is
that
a
would
big
enjoy
quality.
the other aspect of it, because
Yeah.
especially the older fan who can just go on Twitter really quickly and see, oh, okay, someone signed.
Yeah.
Who hasn't got time to catch up with every
I think
scrolling
the
through
difference
everything.
between a roundup
you're
and
slightly,
posting
You're
everything.
slightly going off the topic of is the here we goes as sacred as they used to be. 'Cause
That's
they
what I mean,
used
yeah.
to, they used to be fact.
Guaranteed.
You'd hear here we go, see here we go, and that was fact.
Not like that
Fraud,
anymore.
fraud watch would indicate that he's lying. He's not lying.
No, it means that he's not as
He would
good
put
as
a-
he was.
Things just happen. I think
I think
football
as,
is
I think
more
as he's
volatile.
grown, there's a lot more happening that he kind of has to be involved in.
Yeah, it's hard to predict it 100%.
But maybe some of the people that he's working with aren't as reliable as they used to be.
Exactly.
That sort of stuff.
All clubs are just more volatile.
I was going to say clubs could just be saying false information anyway.
Yeah. It was a FIFA career mode esque final day.
Oh, it was
Transfer window.
ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, it was
It was
great.
absolute jokes. It was
Craziest
incredible.
transfer deadline day
Yeah.
of all time.
I think let's say probably
down.
arguably best window of all time. I'd say in
pretty good.
recent history,
Yeah.
arguably one of the best
I loved
windows.
it, mate. Oh,
Chelsea net
unreal.
positive as well.
yeah.
I would say arguably
How you've done that?
Still better net than Arsenal.
By selling
Yes,
Chilwell.
it's so true. Yeah, how have we
Spent
managed
200
that?
more,
How have we
but
managed
still
that?
net less than Arsenal. Crazy.
Brilliant.
It's because the amount of players though. Like you have so many players that you let go.
You sold
but you
Chilwell
guys
to
can't
yourselves.
sell. Yeah, I was going to say, let's talk about that.
Yeah,
'Cause that's still
that's
a European
yeah.
football thing.
That's a questionable one.
I don't know what they haven't released the fee yet.
I'm sure
I
it's
don't
100
think.
million.
No, it's undisclosed, and
Yeah.
they said
They
they're not
won't-
going to disclose
they
it,
won't disclose it.
which
It's
is
100 million.
questionable in itself.
Yeah,
It's 100
because they've just said man's just gone bank account. Let me just transfer between the two.
It's like transferring from your bank account to your Monzo.
No, have you seen that meme?
Just Todd Bowley in the ground.
No, have you seen that meme of the guy going, "Do you want to sign Chilwell?" Yes. it's just him on both his phones going, "Yes, here's the money." Sends it. He goes, "Thanks." Transfer done. It's like, hold on a minute.
But I think
There's
for
something strange.
Chilwell, Strasbourg, they've got European football. He's going to, because their left back's gone to Chelsea and then on loan to Swansea.
Right.
Yeah, which is also questionable.
What is it called? Barco.
I believe so.
Yeah.
He went to Chelsea.
Yeah.
Was it
Well,
Chelsea?
Strasbourg.
Oh,
same
can
company.
you double check that?
But the thing is, he's one of the oldest players in that squad now as well.
I can't
Yeah.
remember what it is.
That is crazy.
He's one of the most old. He's the oldest. I think he's one of the oldest in the squad.
But their left back went somewhere else and then, they sold. I think they might have sold him to someone. So there's then made space for Chilwell to come into the squad.
He went
Yeah.
to Spot. No, that's a different. That's called Barco. 1 second. No, he's still there.
What's that noise?
I don't know what that.
Can you mute the phone?
No, he's still there.
Not Barco. There was someone that went.
Yeah, I do find it very interesting. Like Strasbourg,
Yeah.
of course, being that feeder club now.
Yeah.
So he's now gone to Strasbourg.
That does intrigue me.
Yeah, Ishi Samuel.
it like-
Ishi Samuel Smith's gone to Chelsea, then gone to Swansea on loan.
Isn't it like in CISO's done the same?
Hang on, can I
thing?
just,
Yeah.
can I just
He was on
clarify this?
Strasbourg's books.
Yeah.
Hang on, whoa. He was at Chelsea.
Yep.
They got signed by Strasbourg for 3 months.
Yep.
Right.
Then got sold back to Chelsea.
Yep.
And loaned out to Swansea.
That's money laundering.
That is,
Oh yeah.
It's similar.
That is dodgy
Like
as
in
fuck.
CISO. CISO has been bought by Chelsea, loaned straight out,
to Strasbourg, yeah.
and then
No, he's been signed by
Strasbourg.
as a future prospect for
Right.
Chelsea.
Yeah,
But
no,
did that go
Strasbourg owned him,
through?
yeah.
no.
medical.
I think it did.
Did it go through?
I don't know.
I think it
I'm
went
pretty
through.
sure he signed
You
at
check.
Chelsea.
Did
and then
Buonanotte
went
go
to
through?
sign.
Buonanotte went through, yeah.
Buonanotte is another
But
one.
Is he
Buonanotte-
going to start? Is he going to be part of your team?
Buonanotte is being brought in for a
Yeah.
season-long loan with no obligation to buy as a backup for Palmer and João Pedro, especially with the Delap injury. And then it also means that next season he goes back and we get Kendry Pies.
Yeah.
Kendry Pies is another one who's
Yeah, he's gone to Ipswich.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
right.
yeah.
I'm sort of-
he went to Strasbourg.
He has gone to Strasbourg. That's
Yeah.
right.
This was
yeah.
just last
I was saying
season. Sorry,
Kendry Pies is another one who's just been
He looks
signed
good.
straight out.
Looks really good.
Yeah,
His attitude's
he
not
needed
great,
a loan,
but
though.
he looks good.
He needed a loan.
Technically.
He was not ready to start for you.
No, that's
He's,
not what.
he's too young.
The different.
Yeah, way too young.
It's the same age as Esteval.
That's
Yeah.
Esteval's a different quality.
Yeah.
Like I've
He's
been
good.
saying it from the beginning. This kid is probably one of the best youngsters in
You
the
are going to
world.
have to rotate your squad a lot to keep everyone happy.
But they have that rotation.
But
do
they
that
can
anyway.
do that anyway.
They're in enough
Yeah.
competitions to have that.
But
Also, Esteval's
Especially
now started
adding-
the last 2 games because Palmer's injured.
Exactly. It's literally
Especially
the whole point
adding
of
the
rotation.
rat to your team as well.
Oh, he's talking about Garnacho.
Oh yeah,
they've still got players.
great signing.
Yeah.
Have you seen, did
I
you
don't
see
see the
what he
problem.
said as well? He came and was like, "Oh, I've always loved Chelsea." Fuck off, man. We all know you just chat rubbish.
I spoke
He's
to
from
Messi. He
Madrid.
told me to go to Chelsea. That's what he said.
Yeah. It's like that John Duran when he went out to Saudi and was like, "I've always watched the Saudi league." No, you haven't, man. Come on, we know you haven't. Shut up.
Who's already
Garnacho's just found out
already
a bit
left
bigger
Saudi.
club.
Yeah, I know he's already gone.
He's gone to Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce. Let's talk about Fenerbahce. Edison,
Yes,
well.
new goalkeeper. Uh-huh.
Cal
Gal-
over there thinking he was going to Galatasaray.
Well, Gala as well signed a lot of
They signed a lot.
No, Gala have got a new goalkeeper.
Yeah,
They signed Gundogan. They've also
yesterday.
signed. I don't know what his first name is, but Shakir from Trabzonspor,
What are
who
you
is.
holding?
It's just one of the.
Why are you holding that?
It was in my pocket. I found it. I was like, oh, better sit out.
Fiddle, fiddle toy.
It's like the stress ball
Stress
from
ball,
last year.
Stressful last year. That was so good.
Oh, fuck, that's right. No,
And
they've
then Dan
signed
came on and
Ergen-
roasted him.
I think his name's Ergen Shakir from Trabzonspor,
Yeah.
who's been a solid goalkeeper in that division, National League goalkeeper, national team goalkeeper, and he's gone to Gala, so he will be a solid goal.
Turkish teams have spent a lot. Like Turkish teams, have,
and picked up players that I'm surprised about
but
as well.
I think it's because they have a lot of money. Like if you look at Turk,
Trying to compete with Saudi.
well, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Turkey.
But the thing is, they have a lot of money. Their TV money is incredibly high,
yeah.
and of course they're always in Europe, and they always do fairly decent in Europe.
Did you guys see
70 million?
Wilfred
for,
Singo went to Gala?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gala. 24-year-old, talented guy, right wing back, right back, centre back.
Yeah.
What?
Or Osman went as well.
Osimhen went?
Osman properly signed.
Play alongside the players that we have signed. Them.
It's true. They've
They
got
have
good
such-
players.
And Champions League.
Yeah, exactly. To
got
be fair,
players.
getting to
They're gonna-
even signing someone like Gundogan, it's a great signing. For
What
them.
are the chances of Gala
brilliant sign.
getting out of the group stage and into the round of 16?
Very high.
I don't think they're going to get automatics. I think they could probably get into the playoff.
The playoff.
And
yeah.
I think it depends. I think they're going to get lucky who they get in the playoff.
Yeah.
If they get a kind of easy team that scrapes through, I think they could probably get through. I think if they're going to come up against Bayern, Liverpool, Arsenal, something, if any of those bigger teams that fall into that category, like we had Man City and
Real Madrid
last year.
Oh my God,
You
that
know,
was fun.
if one of them have a pretty poor one and fall in, I can't see Gala beating them. But at the same time, they've got a good chance of getting through if they get that playoff spot.
Yeah.
I think that's probably as far as they get maybe next round.
I'm a big fan of how the Champions League is from now on.
Oh, I agree.
So much better.
I agree.
Yeah.
Got Barcelona at home, Bayern Munich away,
It's good to see big teams.
and then
play big
but then we got
teams.
some like still competitive games after that as well. Like Napoli,
Yeah.
a lot of our 2012 the teams we beat to win the 2012 Champions League final. We're playing in the
Oh, yes,
group
I saw
stages.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or groups,
But it's,
yeah.
it's also good to have big teams come up against other big
Yeah.
teams. You know, looking at, I think, is it like Tottenham have Barcelona,
Yeah.
but then they also have to play Copenhagen, which is an interesting test because they're not going to come up against each other in other times. You've got Arsenal coming up against Bayern Munich.
Arsenal have one of the harder draws, don't they?
Yeah, I think I've got Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Athletic Bilbao, Inter, and they've got like two other teams that are just pretty easy.
Yeah.
So it's like you actually you don't just get one group where you get like
No.
one hard group. Everyone has hard and easy games.
Yeah.
And it just depends on what side of the draw you're on. And
A lot of my issues with the format come more with qualification, preventing things like historic qualification where you get in because you're historically a good team. Like, I don't like that. And stuff like that. They
I
tried.
think there's too many English clubs, I would say.
Yeah.
I think I don't like the new coefficient stuff. I think
I'm not sure.
they favour the bigger nations, which I can understand.
Well,
Can
because
I-
they bring in the more money and they got the better players. That's
Exactly.
why.
Could I
But
make
at
a
the same
suggestion
time-
on this?
That's exactly why they're in it.
I feel like it kind of defeats the point of
Shut up,
you
Jamie
know,
Carragher and Gary Neville.
Like no,
Can I make a suggestion?
no, sorry, one thing. What it is if you're winning, let's say you're winning like a fairly competitive league,
Yeah.
and then still having to go through the playoffs, doesn't really make much sense to me. Like,
So
you're finishing second in Portugal and still going through Champions League playoffs. Doesn't really make sense.
I understand why they do it, and they would never do this, what I'm suggesting, because it would make less money. But what I think they should do is go to each of the countries that are qualified with UEFA that can qualify for the Champions League and say, okay, your champion gets into the Champions League. Gets into it. And then you go, okay, Europa League winner from last season gets in.
Right.
Champions League winner for that season gets in. And then you look at the spaces and how many are left, and you go, okay, then you can look at things like coefficients.
But wouldn't that just
and
be...
give second, third.
That
place.
would already be pretty
That
much
would-
half of the.
Well, no, that would
thing
be
filled
that'd
anyway.
be pretty much all of it, no?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
but
there's enough
it's
countries.
The Champions League. It's the league of
Yeah,
competing
but
champions.
then imagine
It doesn't
like,
make sense for someone to win the
Oh,
Dutch
mate, you
league.
lose
also, the
you lose
Newcastle
so
and
much
Chelsea
quality.
wouldn't probably make it in.
so much.
Exactly.
Well,
But the,
Actually, no, we wouldn't know. Chelsea would make it in. Arsenal wouldn't because of coefficient in Europe.
yeah, but
Yeah.
but if we're basing it off of just let's say
Only one conference.
the champions of each league in Europe, let's say there's I don't know how many countries can even get into the competition. There could potentially be enough for 36. I'm not sure if there is an exact amount. You're pretty much saying Liverpool gets in, Barcelona gets in, Napoli gets in, Bayern gets in.
They win it.
And then
They landslide.
those four countries get in, as those teams from those countries get in. They are the clear favourites in comparison to every
Yeah.
other team in Europe. It means the whole competition
It's about coming
just
fifth or
becomes
sixth,
so much
Yeah.
worse. So
And also,
that's
how
the
do you do?
reason
How
why.
would you do Europa? What, second place?
Yes, that's what it would
Well,
be.
exactly.
That's what it would be. By that logic, it doesn't
Yeah.
make any
Well, I'm
sense.
not-
Doesn't make any
the
sense.
thing I'm not
It's flawed.
understanding is
The English sides would
in
win
some-
Europa and Conference League every season.
But I mean, I think
Man City would be in the
League, yeah.
Conference League this season. If it was
Or-
that
I
way.
think what I don't understand is
well, that would
the
be
thing
fine.
is-
I'll let's see that. But
What,
Chelsea-
sorry,
Chelsea
one thing-
wouldn't even be
what I'm
in
not
Europe.
understanding is you've got competitive leagues like kind of Sweden, Denmark. You have these competitive leagues that teams are going through and winning the league, but then still having to go for a playoff and coming up against
Yeah.
Swiss champions, coming up against people who finished
Okay.
second in Portugal.
I-
it doesn't. It doesn't.
you get in.
Exactly.
hang on,
It
hang on,
doesn't
hang on,
get
hang on,
sense.
hang on, hang on. I have another suggestion.
I totally agree with you.
Kazakhstan, Kairat, they just got
Yes.
in. They beat Celtic
They
on the
beat
way in.
Celtic.
Yeah.
They're in the Champions League for the first time
In
ever,
their-
I think.
yeah.
But I think there's another way
So
of
there's
doing
still
this.
ways of doing it.
Yeah.
I
If you're
think-
good enough, you get in.
So you have these kind of you have three tiers of competitions. You have Europa League, Champions League, Conference League. What if you do as I said before, Champions of each division, and then go second place, third place, whatever, until you have enough teams to fill all three competitions, and then you rank them coefficient wise, so that the first top 32 Champions League. So the best teams Champions League, next best teams in the Europa League, next best teams in
Isn't that pretty
I
much
feel
what-
like we're debating about something that doesn't need to be fixed.
No, I really like how the
Yeah.
This is the thing. I like how it is. I just think for some teams it can be a bit harsh on.
Yeah. Agreed.
but you can get into Europa. You can get.
But that's
into,
the-
And it's no longer. It shouldn't be called the Champions League because it's not the competition of champions anymore. It's
It
the
is.
competition of-
What do you mean? It's not the
Yeah, I
competition.
don't know what
of
you're talking. I
champions?
don't know what
It's
you're
the competition
talking
of
about.
second place, and third place, and fourth place, and fifth place.
I
You know
don't know what
I
you're
mean?
talking about.
This is me last season.
What?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what Henry's talking about. I can't lie. to
No,
you.
no, it's not just the champions. It's also second place, third place,
But
fourth
then,
place, fifth place.
so
It's
what?
not-
So
it's not champions.
Okay,
league,
so
is it?
what? Do you want one competition with every champion or every team in Europe? Is that what you
I
want?
think that sounds the most fair way of that makes sense to me. That's what you'd call the Champions League. It's the
And,
competition of
and
champions.
then Real Madrid wouldn't just win it 4 times in a row. They'd probably win about 15 times in a row.
So okay, so you're telling me you'd want like the North Macedonian Championship, the winners, to come up against Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, City.
Be like,
That's what
no
it is
one
to
would
me.
watch it.
it would be Auckland
Exactly.
City all over again.
No one would
Literally.
watch it.
There would be.
Yeah, but I like that though. That was good.
Exactly.
They got a good
no,
win, to be
no.
fair.
But it's just.
I think it's a good opportunity for them, but in terms of the actual overall,
But the
quality
reason
of
it
the
works, the reason
competition.
what you're saying works in the Club World Cup is because it's the World Cup.
It's not Europe.
And
Yeah.
Auckland just did so well coefficient wise in their area.
Yeah.
It just isn't the champions. League. It's not champions.
All the
Do you know what I
champions
mean?
are in it.
I was gonna say, pretty much all the champions are in it. I'd
Every
say other
champion-
than,
Celtic won the league last season, are they in it?
other than Switzerland.
No, because they lost to
Scotland-
Kyrie, who are now in the Champions League for the first time ever.
Exactly.
You see, but the reason why, this is what we're saying, the reason why these other teams in England, in Germany, in Italy, in Spain, and in like all these other countries that don't finish first but still get automatic qualification is because their quality of leagues and the quality of players that they have to get into those positions are far greater
Yeah.
than the teams outside of it.
And
It's
also,
just the facts.
all the money would disappear from that competition.
Oh, 100%.
But
No
it's-
one's
this is the thing,
watching
It's
it.
a money making scheme. That's what it
But
is.
that's
Yeah.
what
It's just
I think.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my point. That's what football is.
I'm not a big fan. It's fun. I enjoy
Look,
it.
I'm
but
kind of
just-
between-
That's
I-
just because
have to ask
you're
about it.
just crying because you know I haven't been in it for how fucking long.
I'm not crying because you're not even in it.
I hear it.
Hey,
To be fair, I hear it. I
If
hear
we,
it.
That's a fact.
If you were in it, you wouldn't be
if you were in it,
arguing.
you would not be complaining
Yeah.
one bit. And also,
would be.
with your new system,
I
you
would
would
be.
never get in it for the next 30 years.
And if that's what it took, that's what it took.
You would. Oh no!
Exactly,
Imagine,
exactly.
imagine United come fourth, right? You've had the best season you've had for how many years now? Yeah.
I would be very
and
happy
you're
with
not
that.
even in it.
You're
or
in
you
the
come,
Conference League,
or you
mate.
come sick.
They'll start crying.
or you come sixth and you're not even in Europe because there's only the top 4 teams, 3 teams get into Europe.
I'm happy
Should we
with
move on from Champions League? Because we've
Also
gone on
makes
this
the-
for a
I was gonna say
long
we've gone
time.
on
It makes the
Still
Premier
got
League as
Portugal,
well. It makes
Spain.
the Premier League
Yeah.
battle for
Bro,
top 4
no.
pointless, battle for 5th pointless, battle for 6th pointless. All of it pointless.
Look, we've been going for
I
40
have
minutes
questions.
and 20 of
Yeah.
this.
We might,
with this.
we might have to
Let's-
scrap the rest of the leagues because we haven't got time.
We haven't got time, but let us know down below what you think of this debate.
Shocking.
Lloyd, talk to me about La Liga. quickly.
Right, La Liga. Atletico Madrid haven't won a game. And we're 3 games into the season. And they've not played very good opposition either. Like, we're
gonna
not
say.
talking they've played Real Madrid, Barcelona, Villarreal, Athletic Club. They've played none of them. And they've not won a match in their opening 3. So they've had an absolutely terrible start. Real Madrid have made it 3 wins from 3.
Nice.
They beat
So that was Barcelona that haven't won yet.
Barcelona have won
Madrid.
2, but they
Atletico.
drew this
Well,
weekend.
Atletico Madrid haven't won yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Atletico haven't won yet.
Atletico Madrid haven't won a game, so don't know what's going on over there. Diego Simeone, I mean, we'll see how it goes, but if he doesn't win any matches in the next 3, he could potentially
So
be.
I said this last season, everyone told me I was a
possibly.
fucking idiot. I said the same thing in terms of they haven't really been competitive in that much. I don't see them getting any better. I think he could possibly be under scrutiny. And everyone said I'm a fucking idiot.
All I'm going to say is that if they sack Diego Simeone,
It's
he's the
facts,
best
isn't it?
manager on the market by a long shot. The moment he gets sacked.
But who do they bring in to replace him? That's the only thing.
There, the
Who-
big
exactly.
problem is the whole system at Atletico Madrid changes the instant he's gone.
Yeah,
He's
of
been
course
there
it
for
does.
so long. It's what happened with Ferguson when he left, Arsene Wenger when he left.
It
Yeah.
wouldn't work.
It shatters clubs. to
It
be
does
fair.
shatter clubs when someone's. That's the
United.
problem with having a manager there for so long.
Yeah.
But Arne Slot's done alright, so.
Yeah. He's not done too bad.
Yeah.
He's not done.
Did you see the Rafinha tackle? It should have been a red card.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was horrific.
Wasn't great.
89 rated on FIFA as well.
Fair play to him.
He deserves it, to be fair. After last
He
season.
does deserve it. But let's
After
be
last
honest.
season.
If you're in the
Let's
Ballon
not
d'Or
get
shout.
into
Yeah.
He deserves more than
What even is FIFA these days? I haven't played
more
it.
than Vinny.
Well,
definitely
it's
getting it
EAFC now.
Yeah.
EAFC
Is it?
26.
Is
I'm
it?
definitely
No.
getting it this
Yeah.
month. Yeah.
That's
Coming out in a few
yeah.
weeks.
Put it in my studio, play some career mode.
Yeah.
Content.
Play Football Manager, it's better. Carry on.
Rather watch paint dry.
Well, that,
We can always set up the live stream as well for that. Just tell us what
Yeah.
you want.
I mean,
Actually, yeah,
you
can we
guys
do
are-
a paint watching live stream?
We take about 2 hours to get through a week, so
Let's-
I don't think it'd be very entertaining for anyone to
Let's
bloody
do a
watch.
competition. You watch paint dry. We'll play Football Manager. We'll see who gets the most views.
Probably paint.
Probably
Can't lie to you.
Yeah.
just a video of the back of my head, and I'm just, or like the angle, and I'm just looking at it.
That paint will be dry.
Yeah.
That's what- right.
Every few minutes he touches it and goes, next one.
Anyway, Barcelona drew 1-1 away from home against Rayo Vallecano. Lamine Yamal scored a penalty. But yeah, Rayo Vallecano came back from 1-0 down, ended up making it 1-1. So that means they're down to 4th. Athletic Club have made it 3 wins from 3, so they've had a very solid start to the season, although they've not really played anyone too difficult either that you'd expect them to not
And
go
they've
ahead and win
kept
against.
their best 2 players, the brothers Williams, and
Yes.
they've added Andrea Laporte. Andrea Laporte?
I'm Eric.
Aymeric Laporte
Yeah.
has returned to Athletic Club and is now back.
Yeah, it's a great transfer.
Yeah.
Really good transfer because, you know, the way that Athletic Club runs, they're only allowed to sign players from the Basque region, so it's very difficult for them to actually get in players that can massively improve their squad. But they do ever so well, and that's a great signing.
Is there a case to be made that the Basque region is the best individual region in the world?
I wouldn't argue against it.
Yeah.
Considering how they've done,
They're one of a few teams that have never been relegated, have they?
no, I don't think they have
Sure.
done.
No.
That sums it up when
I think it does.
Look, it's been
They're the
over a-
fourth- They've won the 4th most trophies in Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a. I don't know how long this whole like Basque region has come through. I know it wasn't from the beginning, but they've
long time.
They've gone well over 110, 15 years. Surely you could argue that it's one of the best regions in terms of raw talent
Raw talent,
producing.
Yeah, they just do ever so well.
Actual raw
and
talent,
like
yeah.
finding other players. Of course, they had, you know, Ike Munyain, who was there for years.
yeah.
He was a great player. Aritz Adoris as well, striker. Like
Yes.
old school striker. It's
Goalkeepers as well,
It's still,
just-
it's still bagged plenty of goals. I mean,
In every position is crazy
Yeah.
as well, by the way. Not just one position.
No,
in every
It's-
single
it's-
position.
It's if they've moved there and they join the academy,
Yeah.
and if they're eligible, even if they're not from the region.
Yeah.
If their like parent or grandparent, I think, lived there, then
Yeah.
they can get away
Yeah.
with it.
But the Williams brothers came from Ghana, right? But
They
were-
moved
they
in
moved
there and then
and-
came through the academy.
Came through the academy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
So
exactly. It's like, you know, I think Antoine Griezmann is eligible to be able
Yeah.
to play for
I can see him
Athletic
going
Club.
there. If,
a lot of
Yeah, I'd
players
love to
are
see that.
eligible.
Yeah.
Even if they didn't play for Athletic Club, they're still eligible.
Yeah.
I think a lot of players could go back to play for them just to represent the region. Like imagine how sick that is, representing a specific region
Yeah.
where
it's
you're
so cool.
from.
it's really
That's
cool.
it.
It's really really
It's
cool.
so good.
Yeah.
And the fact they're still able to compete for Europe, you know,
Yeah.
like
Champions League football is massive for them.
Exactly. And I think they'll probably be there or thereabouts again this season, I can imagine. I don't see them
won't be
falling off
surprised.
anytime soon.
Especially if Atletico Madrid aren't performing as they
Well,
should.
no, yeah. As I said, they've had a shocking start to the season. But if the losses do continue, then I guess you give Simeone until Christmas at least
He's
because of
earned at
how
least
he's
that.
earned his time.
100%.
But, you know,
He's changed his tactic up from going all out defence to all out attack this season, and it's just not working. So you might see him go back to that.
Should I quickly fly through Portugal because I don't want to let Lachlan have too much to edit?
no,
Just
go
want to
for
ask
it.
one
Go
quick
for it.
question. Did you guys see the celebrations with Anthony joining?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right.
yeah, he was in tears.
Yeah.
You know, he rejected Bayern Munich for the move.
Damn.
He said to Betis on his loan, "I'm going to come here permanently." Real Madrid, Bayern Munich put in 70 million euros, and he
70 million.
yeah, and he went, "I'm not going."
Fuck off.
I'll show you
Do you know
after
Man
this.
United have got a 50% sell-on clause as
know.
Yeah, I
well?
saw
Do you
that,
know
yeah,
how
yeah.
mental that
That is
because
good.
of how cheap
And
the fee was?
70 we were offered 70 million for Anthony.
And he said, "I'm not
His face
signing
is
the
so
contract."
red. His face is so red.
He said he
70
hands
million.
down. He said, "I'm not signing the contract," and
Fuck off.
turned away everything. I'll
you're-
show it
you're
to you as
taking
soon as
the-
we finish recording.
Right.
I'll get it up and show it to you.
I'll fly through the Portuguese league.
Yeah.
Famalicão, second place.
Wow.
Not lost a game yet this season. I called it at the start of the season that they're going to be the underdogs or like the dark horses, and I'm absolutely right.
Yep.
Porto just beat Sporting, and they're in first place.
for
but
them.
but Benfica are a game behind, and they haven't
Right.
lost a game yet. They've won all three, so it's between them two at the moment.
They play today, don't they? Is it?
Yeah, I think they play
They
today.
play today. Yeah.
They don't play today. They play Friday
Oh, okay. Strange.
against Santa Clara, who are not doing as well as. Are you all right?
He's having a midlife. He's having a crisis.
He is fuming.
That's Belabour. We
Anyway,
could have bid for Blame if
It doesn't matter.
Oh my god.
He's not been very good this season so far.
Anyway.
so-
Although they did beat Man City.
True.
Yeah, but he's still.
Santa Clara, as I said, who wouldn't do as well this season as the season before when they came 6th, they're in 4th from bottom.
Wow.
Yeah.
They have lost 2, drawn 1, not won a game yet. And they've not played the hardest teams. And now they've got Benfica next.
Oh, that's not great.
But
Christ.
so yeah, they are. Yeah, they're not doing amazingly. They're on 1 point, and they're probably not going to get another point. So they are joint bottom with Alvacara, AVS, and Tondela. The teams that came up.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the information for you.
That is that.
Yeah.
Straight to the point. Love that.
I want Charles
Family
back.
count though. Come on.
Right, I want to go punch something because that's annoyed me.
Cool.
So we're going to wrap things up there. I'm joking, but I am annoyed about it. That's ridiculous.
You annoyed me about saying the Champions League isn't the League of
Well,
Champions.
that's my job to annoy you. That's why I'm here.
You do a good job of it.
I know I do. That's what I try. Thank you all very much for watching again this week. We'll be back talking about all the biggest news from across Europe next week. Make sure you're following all of our socials because we don't just post on here. We post on TikTok, like individual content, Instagram. We've got Ethan covering that really nicely, and X. Make sure you interact with our tweets. And if you're not doing that, then we will see you next week right here, same place, same time. Ciao for now.